Welcome to the April episode of Cookin' with Sal and Pat at the beautiful Kitchen Connections in downtown Casper, right across the street from the post office on North Walcott Street. Our host today is Pat Christensen, the owner of Kitchen Connections, and I'm Sally Ann Shermer in my 40th year at the Casper Star Tribune. But look, I'm cooking in a bikini
and
after
you're looking
40
hot.
years.
I mean, you're looking good after
so
40
hot,
years.
I can't believe it. Thanks for the gift, Pat. I love this. I've never in my life cooked in a bikini before today, and it's a lot of fun. In the April episode today, we're doing two Shermer family favorites. My mom is an awesome cook, as you all know who read my column on a regular basis. She taught me everything I know about cooking, and Pat's mom cooked for his family as well. Maybe in a different style, but she still made the effort to cook for you.
Every night.
So our two recipes for the month of April are Peggy Jane's mac and cheese, which weighs about 60 pounds, and Scotcheroos, which is our family version of Rice Krispie Treats, and there is not a marshmallow to be seen. We're going to tell you today how to make both of these delicious recipes. They're both incredibly easy, and they definitely are family favorites. If you like this episode and other episodes of Cookin' with Sal, please like this, subscribe to it so that you can see when future episodes will be available on YouTube, and click the link below to find all of the recipes we're doing today. So this is a 5-ingredient mac and cheese from scratch. It could not be easier. We've boiled one bag, 16-ounce bag of small elbow macaronis, and they're ready to roll. This is a layered recipe. There are 5 ingredients. 1 bag of elbow macaroni, a 2-pound block of Velveeta cheese, and don't you dare make fun of Velveeta cheese. It is a gift from God. 1 bag of shredded cheddar cheese, whole milk, and I can't tell you the amount because my mom never measures anything, and about a half of a finely diced onion. So we've cooked the macaroni. When you boil off the macaroni, you want to boil it for less time than if you were serving it on the plate because it's going to cook in the oven for almost an hour. So I did a test at home the other evening, and 7 minutes seems to be the perfect time for the macaroni. So your elbow macaroni has already been boiled off for 7 minutes, and I promised Pat that I would yell at him if he just tried to dump the whole entire thing in here. You can use a larger spoon than this, but the idea is that we are layering this. So we're going to make a nice layer.
I'm going to hold it up like this.
That would be great, Pat. Thank you so much. We're going to make a nice layer of elbow mac.
I just don't want to get yelled at.
I am the world's messiest cook, so this is not a thing of beauty. So 1 nice layer of elbow mac there in the bottom of this 13 by 9 dish. And then that's going to be followed with a layer of the diced onion. And pardon my fingers, but I'm a finger cook, so they are clean.
I saw you clean your hands earlier.
They are clean. Yes, I constantly clean my hands in the kitchen, as should everyone. Nice layer of finely diced onion. Then next, I'm consulting my recipe so I don't mess up. About half of the Velveeta cubes, just cubed nicely like this.
This one looks nice. So good.
Well, okay, there you go. Well, yeah, you
got to taste it, right?
You have to do that. And then it's about half of the shredded, and you need both the shredded and the Velveeta, please, to make it nice and creamy. This is just going to be perfectly delicious. So we just layer the shredded like this on top of the Velveeta. Now, my mother writes her recipes as she speaks, and I think it's a great compliment, but people have accused me of writing like I speak as well, and I know that I get that from my mom. So my mom's explicit instructions for this recipe say, and I quote, "Get 2 dishes because you're going to have too many ingredients for 1 dish." Well, we didn't do that. So if we have anything left over, I don't think we will because this pan is pretty huge. But if you're going to use a smaller dish, you may find yourself with leftover ingredients, and then you'll just want to layer on the rest. What you don't want to do is fill your dish to capacity because the boil over risk is enormous.
Unless
and then
you'll clean your oven.
Exactly. So Pat, tell us about the oven that we're going to put this in.
We got a 30-inch double KitchenAid oven. Got it preset for 350 degrees.
Wow.
And I think it's all ready
fabulous.
to go. Yes,
Now,
it is.
This 13 by 9, which is a little bit deeper than some, took the whole 16 ounces of macaroni, just like that. Now we're going to finish off with the onion. I like using a spoon. I feel like Rachel Ray when I use a spoon instead of my finger.
And how long does this cook?
We are going to set the timer for an hour, but I'll tell you, because it's my mom's recipe, we want to check it before an hour is up. So if you feel more comfortable, if you're very busy and you feel more comfortable setting the timer for 45, do so, because people like different degrees of burnt brown cheese in their dishes. Some people really are like that brown crispy stuff, and some people don't. So I want you to have it the way you and your family like it. So at 45 minutes, we'll check it, and it may be, in fact, finished at 45 minutes instead of an hour. Now, here's the Peggy Jane secret. Peggy Jane's my mother, of course, my beloved 87-year-old mother. She's doing great, by the way. Thanks for asking. We just spent a week with her in Arizona, bossing everybody around, making corned beef and cabbage for the day we arrived. With the whole milk, it must be whole milk. Please do not use diet milk in this recipe.
No skim milk?
As an affront to my mom. Oh my God, she'd die. The whole milk goes just at the edge of the dish, and hopefully we're getting a beautiful close-up view here. And it will rise, and you want it to rise just to the level of the macaroni. This is going to take almost a full quart since the pan is so large. You just don't want it to be any higher, and you can see right there,
Barely coming up now.
It's just barely coming up. And then the miracle of this recipe, people are going to think this is the weirdest recipe ever. No stirring. Do not stir this recipe until you've presented it at the table. Pat, would you like to do the honors?
I will take care of that for you.
It's heavier than, heavy. Now, growing up at home, this was our main course on a Friday night during Lent. And I know that some people would serve pasta alongside something else, but it's incredibly rich with the two kinds of cheese and the whole milk. And it certainly makes a beautiful meal on its own. I would serve it with a side salad, a side green salad, just so that you feel like you're getting something healthy in the meal. But literally, that is Peggy Jane the Mom's mac and cheese, and it is delightful. So Pat has some wonderful ideas for how to reimagine Peggy Jane's mac and cheese with a few new ingredients and make it taste completely different the next time around. Take it away, Pat.
Well, last night we had chicken, so I got some chicken left over. I got some salad left over.
Perfect.
So I'll break out the leftover spinach.
Okay.
And the leftover chicken.
Great.
And breakfast this morning I had some extra bacon.
There you go.
Always have enough bacon.
Bacon.
So let's get some olive oil in here. That was neat. Get that kind of hot. And if you could just stir in the spinach there just to kind of get it all
certainly
wilted up. And while you're doing that, I'll chop up the leftover chicken.
And this doesn't take long at all to wilt, right?
Not very long at all. A few
on
minutes.
The induction cooktop. Ooh, it's sizzling nicely.
So then if we could throw some of this in when that gets almost done, just to kind of heat it up.
Okay. Perfect.
And I'll chop up this bacon a little bit because we'll make a good crust with the bacon.
Oh, that's perfect. What a cool idea. Because we're Catholic and growing up we had mac and cheese for Friday dinners, I never really would have thought to add chicken and bacon, but this is going to be perfect.
I think I got some leftover croutons. Yes, I do.
Magic Pantry. Pat and his Magic Pantry.
Got the magic kitchen.
This could be a whole new episode in itself. Pantry cooking is awesome, especially when you get snow in April and you don't have to leave the house. Just use what's in your pantry. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That looks delicious. Just delicious.
And just stir it all in. Now for tomorrow night's dinner, what I'd recommend is we put this in the oven for at least 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes to heat back up.
Okay.
And then after we're done with heating up, we want to put this on right afterwards because you want to burn your crust on the top. You just want to kind of get a little crispy. So I'm going to get this all ready for tomorrow night. Get it all mixed in here. And what all I got here is just garlic, butter, croutons is what Brenda and I had last night for dinner.
Yum.
Mixed with bacon from this morning and a little bit left over from last night.
Wow.
So it's, like I said, a simple, easy way just to take care of leftovers, clean out the fridge. We do it all the time.
Oh, man, that looks good.
We ate as much as we could eat earlier, and now we still have a full pan here. So
and that is a full pan. Look at how beautiful that is. Voila, there you have Pat's leftover mac and cheese.
Sprinkle some of this on the top.
Wow.
If you don't like bacon, you can't eat at my house.
Exactly. I'm teaching Pat how to make the Schirmer family favorite Scotcheroos, and it is a terrible thing to call these Rice Krispie treats because they are not Rice Krispie treats. Rice Krispie treats have marshmallows in them or that gooey marshmallow cream that you can't get out of the jar. These are Scotcheroos, and they have no marshmallows. These are marshmallow-less Rice Krispie treats.
So they're healthy?
So, sure, they're great healthy.
Good.
Fabulous healthy for us. 6 ingredients. So we have 1 cup of white sugar going in the pot. 1 cup of light corn syrup going in the pot. And a trick, I'm sure you all know this who use corn syrup and peanut butter on a regular basis. If you spray your containers with a nonstick cooking spray, whether it's olive oil or butter or whatever kind you use, the ingredients come out of these little dishes or your measuring cup much more easily. So that's 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of light corn syrup. They're going to melt together over very low heat, stirring frequently because you do not want it to burn. And once the sugar is melted and incorporated and does not look grainy and looks beautifully smooth, which does not take very long, just stirring it all together. 1 cup white sugar, 1 cup light corn syrup.
And the peanut butter goes on top of the Rice Krispies?
Yes. And
you want that done now?
Yes. 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. So it's 1, 1, and 1. 1 cup corn syrup, 1 cup white sugar, 1 cup creamy peanut butter, 6 cups of Rice Krispies. Okay, this is perfect. Do you want to do the honors?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on over it.
Just kind of get that all out of there if you can. And I'll take the pot from you while you stir it together if you'd like.
That's the easy part, right?
I can take the pot. Perfect. That's perfect. You might want to get the largest bowl that you have because it does make kind of a mess. One of my favorite recipes is actually in Eatin' with Sal, and it's just...
Good enough?
Yes, it's perfect.
You're not the first woman to say that to me.
I can't eat too many of these or I'll never look like my beautiful apron here.
Well, that's what's giving me the body I have right now is stuff like this.
Mike Donnell would be the first to tell me that this is not real chocolate. No, it's not. These are chocolate chips out of a package. And we're using 1 12-ounce bag of chocolate, just regular semi-sweet, the original, and 1 12-ounce bag of butterscotch. Hence the name Scotcheroos. Get it? Perfect. Glad you do. So.
Can I use this wooden spoon again?
Yes, please do. So Pat is now stirring the 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips and the 12 ounces of butterscotch chips, just found in your baking aisle, over simmering water in a double boiler. This is a double boiler. This top aluminum pan is a double boiler with silicone handles so he doesn't burn his little hands. And you don't want to ever put chocolate over heat without having it over simmering water first because it will scald it and it will burn it. And I say shock your chocolate. I'm sure Mike Donnell would say that's not even a term. But I know that you don't want to scald your chocolate by putting it over heat without having it in a double boiler first. It's as simple as that. These 2 ingredients literally make the frosting for the Scotcheroos. Okay.
Okay.
I'll do
your
the
way.
honors. Yep, and I'll use the scraper if you don't. If you want to. I don't want to burn it.
Want
Is
to
this
grab
really
that
hot?
spoon? No, it's not that bad at all.
You
Want to grab the wooden spoon, get that out of the way?
I will. I'll just set it right here.
Okay. Got it?
Yep.
Now you do?
She says, yes, I do. And it's not even burning me, so we're good. We're in great shape here. Get every last bit of this beautiful chocolate butterscotch goodness. Oh, my heavens. Now, you want to store these in the refrigerator. Place them in the refrigerator before serving. And you want your sharpest knife and a really strong person to cut them.
So I guess I'm cutting them?
But if you would be so kind. They do...
Done with the wooden spoon?
Yes. Hang on. They do cut into beautiful squares once they're chilled. If we tried to cut them now, they'd be a little on the messy side. But then you just use a fork. So it kind of tries your patience to see if you can wait knowing they're in the fridge. And there we have the Shermer family favorite Scotcheroos.